Hey, it's Roddy on 7X. Today I'm going to be talking about gays and on TV and in the media. Um, Seemingly right after Prop 8 passed, Erica and Callie from Grey's Anatomy broke up. This was apparently caused by Erica's biphobia. Biphobia is a big deal with the. I did a whole video on this. Um, so there was like this whole thing. They were getting in an argument, blah blah blah. It was originally about Izzy, but then it was spun out of control. And then she pulls like the whole like you can't be sorta a lesbian thing, and I was like, oh hey, okay, it wasn't really like that. I don't really talk like that, but whatever. Um, and it was really weird because like after that it was a Preston Burke breakup. I mean, you know how Burke broke up with Christina back in like what season 2, and then he was like he broke up with her like well he stood her up at a wedding, so it was a little more extreme. But then like they never saw him again like ever, and that's like just so obviously like something happened to the actor, you know. I'm not really sure what happened to Erica's actor. I was actually looking at After Ellen yesterday, and that's where I'm getting some of this information. It seems like she was fired. It sounds like it caused the breakup. So that's depressing. Um, and I'm really well. At first, I thought that Callie was pretty firmly bisexual, and like I really hated the idea of her going back to a man or going back to Mark Sloan, because I thought it would be really awkward between them because they're already like friends and fuck buddies, and that would be really weird for them to be together. But then in the episode after that, he was like so nice and everything, and I was like, oh shit, she can like marry him, and I was fine with that. But then I read on After Ellen that apparently she's like pretty firmly as a lesbian right now, and they're just like buds. So yeah. So that's up with actually like one more thing on a couple more things on Grey's Anatomy. Grey's Anatomy has been kind of going through it. You know that intern, like you know how all the interns run their like creepy cult thing. You know like the short Latina intern, like the girl. She was apparently Papi from the L Word, but I didn't know she was going to be like this short. I mean, she's like always wearing like a hat, and surgical mask, and everything, so she doesn't look hot. So it's I don't know, it's really weird. Um, so yeah, she was there, and now she's not there anymore, and she didn't really do anything. So that's enough of Grey's Anatomy. Apparently, right after that, on Ugly Betty, Mark and Cliff broke up, which was kind of drawn out over a couple episodes, so that was a little weird. Which, it was really disappointing because Mark seems like just such a shallow, superficial character, and it was really good to see him with someone that wasn't a model, and in a, like a happy relationship where he didn't have to like compete and everything. And then for some reason, I don't know what it was. It was like they were gonna get no. I forget why he did it. He was like feeling stressed about his relationship, so he went and had sex with that like Russian looking guy. I don't know. Like he had a shaved head. He was like hot, but yeah. And like right after having sex, he like proposes to Cliff because he's nervous, and then eventually like blah 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 drama. Oh my god, what did I do? And then he tells Cliff, and there's this dramatic montage. Cliff's leaving. Yeah, they're dead. There's like no hope really. So will Mark meet someone new? I don't know. Related news: Ugly Betty. Back to Ugly Betty. Justin seems to be about ready to like really come out because like come on, like everyone but Justin knows that Justin is like flaming, obviously. Like if you've seen like 10 seconds of the show, and then he's like, okay, so the thing is like he's in a dance contest, he meets this friend who's like actually like a football player, but he's like a dancer too, and then they like hit it off and they're like friends and they go see theater together and stuff like that, and I'm like, oh my god, he's got a boyfriend now. Um, and like his mom's like that too. She's like, "Oh my god, she has a boyfriend." I don't know how she talks. It's like a really gay Brooklyn accent. Um, so then like obviously the obvious thing, his friend has football friends. They're like, "Oh my god, you're playing with the I don't know." It's like I don't know. It's passed off really like it's just because Justin's uncool, but like everyone knows why they're really saying that. It is like dude, you're like dating that guy. And he's like, and so he blows Justin off to go to the town. So there's two ways this can go. He can go through a dramatic, like, I don't care what my friends think, I want to be with you thing. And it's not really entirely clear whether this is a friendship, which is being damaged by the perception that it could be a relationship, or it's a relationship. So who knows? Either way, you shouldn't lose a friend that likes to go to the theater with you, but yeah, it could get kind of complicated. Also, Pushing Daisy said that they were going to do more gay and lesbian stuff this season. It's not coming back, so that's kind of depressing. But this season, so far we've had the like murder guy who like the guy who like in the taxidermy episode where he like murdered all the like the football player and stuff like that, and he was like the mascot. And that was just like so gay. I didn't like even need like confirmation. Like I knew it deep inside, but like I read somewhere like, oh my god, he's like so repressed, and he had a crush on this guy, and he blew him off, and it was like, yeah. So that guy got killed. And then this last week, spoiler, there was the gay lawyer or something, and it was really weird how they pulled that off because it was like blah 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 blah. I love this old guy, and it was like they were both old, so that was kind of weird, but a good aversion because a lot of people, a lot of like you almost never see elderly gay or lesbian couples on TV. Um, so it was really weird because he like said like blah blah blah. I loved him, and there's never like any sort of mention as to whether this guy loved him back, whether they obviously like probably never consummated it, and they just didn't bring it up at all. And like the other guy liked him as a friend, so it was a little awkwardly done. I wouldn't call that a real gay character. It's like all forbidden love things are really like have gay context, especially when they're like set in this like 50s like fabulousness. So yeah. The only pro really that I've noted was not yesterday. This just last Sunday's Desperate Housewives spoilers. When it's at the end of the episode too, so it's like a really serious spoiler. Like, okay, at the beginning, Andrew's like randomly shopping for end tables. Like, what could happen? I actually didn't. I wasn't that intelligent, but I knew when Bree was talking to the doctor, and he's like, "Are you married?" And it's like, "Oh, I just moved in with someone." You know, we do put a push for like the gender neutral pronouns and stuff like that, but when you say someone, it's like pretty obvious that I'm like, yeah, I just moved in with my girlfriend. It's not that. So, I don't know. I think that's like the first thing that tipped me off. And the second thing was it would be funny. And like I knew it would be like he would like call his up and say honey, and it would be a guy. Or I was kind of like weirded off by honey. But it's Andrew! Thank God! Andrew has not been in a stable relationship forever. He's just been seducing Bree's boyfriends and like having sex with the beer delivery guy and stuff like that. And it is finally in a relationship, and they see someone happy. I was like, just like, oh my god! Oh, and then Elwood's coming back in January. That's gonna be fun. And I'll talk about that then, I guess. Apparently there's like spoilers and everything, and it was like there was like the first bit of an episode, and like I watched like the first like 10 seconds, and there was an ambulance, and I was like, whoa, what's going on? And then like I accidentally read something else that there's a murder and someone's like gonna die during the season, and you know it can't be Alice because she has a spinoff, and you know it can't be, who can it be? It can't be Kit because she's like the only straight person. Although she came really close with that whole Angelica or whatever. Like, oh my god, the baby's got a gun. That was the freakiest moment ever. I was watching it with like all these like other lesbians, and we were all like screaming, no, no. It was awful. Who do you think they're gonna kill? I don't know. And I did see a Shenny picture. Totally called it, and this is my thumb. Totally called it. Shenny all the way. Why am I so interested? I don't know. It just makes sense as to what that did at the end of the last season. Okay, that's way too long. Bye.